All right, so now we're at the exciting part on the fourth quarter, pretty much of everything that I'm covering here. So now that you have a kind of landscape for organization design and mapping things out, let's get a bit more granular. So when it comes to service offering, how we actually exchange value in the marketplace, a lot of that happens to be intuitive. If you're just doing it and you're kind of just in the wheel of doing it. As an owner and operator, I understand that. Being able to extrapolate that, right, create a directive that AI can work with is often a labor of love, right? So what I have here is a resource that I'll share is pretty much a mapper that's plug and play, allows you to take any company URL or name, paste the details, whatever brief you can provide, and get a clean map of the current offers, classifies them into core, upsells, and retainers as per Alex Fermoldi's value equation, understanding pressure test too, right? I'll then be able, well, not myself, but the AI agent will be able to provide upgraded offers, price bands, and guarantees that you can also use. I would say, not all, but a good amount of this is bells and whistles. Mostly, you'll be using this after the fact to feed it into a deep market research, which allows you to understand how that service will actually help people in the existing marketplace. And you'll be able to understand how to integrate that on a day-by-day real roadmap. So what does this look like? So for here, you're going to be fed in the resources, the starter prompt, where it will basically assess the promise, the price range, the timed value, the deliverables, the assets, the fulfillment, and all sorts of materials that it needs to know. It'll also have the grand old 6 golden questions to be able to figure all that out. Then we'll normalize that input, extract from public pages, run, classify, and actually get information that you can use. So from there, it will then provide 3 upgraded offers that you can use. You can run this in a chain of deep research prompts throughout ChatGPT, or you can use the same browser agent that I've been showcasing, and it'll actually help you map out pre-diagnostic what needs to happen. So it'll give you all of that, and then from there, you'll be able to take that, implement it into your run book, and run throughout the market. So let's do an example. So for yourself, you can go ahead, copy pretty much the whole brief. And if you've set up the GPT instruction as described earlier, you'll have a workbench, which you can then paste it into. It then can take that and extrapolate. Like I mentioned, the usage barometer is still kind of tweaked. So this will likely run and just kind of keep running for a while. It's a lot of steps. It's a lot of deep research. But once you have kind of the full access to a scheduled, ongoing running agentic approach, you can just let it run. A little less plug and play. If you don't have access to that, you can basically funnel it in, which I'll show you, and run a deep research. Allow it to go dig, right? It's using AI on your behalf to actually extrapolate information that you can use. So there you go. It's getting the full run card, getting the URL or offer brief, normalizing it into JSON, and then actually running with it. So I'm going to go ahead. Again, like I mentioned, that 400 token promise is not a real promise, unfortunate. Not yet. So if you are using the free plan, do be conscientious before running this and cooking through your credits. So let's give this a whirl. Got 1,300 on this account left. Let's see what we can do. I did not give it information. So there we go. It's asking for a company URL. Let's open one. So from here, I'm going to go ahead, let it run, prove the steps. While it's running, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a grok research, actually. Here's the thing, playing around all these free tiers, you got to get to see what gives you the most optimal output. Under the free tiers, grok is really exceptional in deep search. So I'm going to go ahead, feed it the run card that I was working with, and see what it can cook. So from here, this is the goal. Let's see. Let it run. In the meantime, you see this one also navigating, getting its information from wherever it needs. This one you notice is starting to lose itself within the different pieces of search. Right. So this cooks through credits. Keep that in mind, right? This is planning its research approach. It's going ahead, it's sorting it out, and moving along. So you see how these different approaches work. This isn't just about agentic browsers. It's using AI to constructively help you build and understand and map what you're working with. So we know what we're looking to build. We're looking to really fortify this brief. So the brief that I shared, it's going to go ahead and output it in that format. It's fixed JSON schema, meaning it's fixed in terms of its output and what it can give you. With that in mind, letting it run. I'll see you guys in a bit. Keep in mind, like I said, with these deep research pieces, they can run. And it's important to kind of remember that as you're delegating and creating directives, is that you can do this on multiple pieces at the same time, right? Like I'm just doing this because I can share one screen at a time, but I can have this running as multiple instances, right? So Grok here, this there, GPT over there, not a problem. And I think that's one of the key advantages of framing AI as these sort of intelligent systems and learning that you can learn through them, right? It's not just a search query. It's a real-time assistant. So while it's finalizing, I wanted to point out that sometimes language models will ignore you. This one, for this case, went ahead, gave me a full report, which is nice, but it didn't follow the schema that I wanted, right? So the schema is kind of the magic here. It standardizes essentially how things look in a way that you can use them from language model to language model, right? So it creates a sense of predictability. And as we work, especially within like CSVs and, you know, more of these document based tools, I think it's really important to keep in mind schema is really important. Some kind of veer outside of that, things get shaky. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to copy paste as well. So just take it into account. Go ahead, give it a print. This one, in the meantime, went ahead, actually cooked it up. So proper CSV. Once you download and kind of upload, you get to see what this looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and do exactly that. We're going to go ahead. I think I could even just copy it. So we're going to go ahead, extrapolate it, see what it looks like. From here, you can see it's kind of following a similar boat. This here gave me a lot of information in terms of what each offer is in terms of its promise. This is indeed one of the reasons I'm with them, bringing a guest anytime, free months by referring friends. This really does kind of encapsulate why go with Planet Fitness. And then in terms of deliverables, right, this is what they have to do to essentially achieve that. This is how they do it in terms of the proof and the price points. So very efficient. This one's doing something similar. All right, so you can imagine the detail. The more the merrier. And that's kind of that's the idea. So taking that into account, let's move on to the ideal customer profile.